Ready Set RC here again today, guys. And today we have, as you can see, and you probably already noticed this from the thumbnail, the Horizon Hobby Baja Rey. Definitely a vehicle that has been on my watch list for quite some time. At one point it was down to this or either the Rock Rey, and just never had a trophy truck in my lineup before. Actually, I think I may only have one, if anything, one short course truck at this point in my lineup. And I don't think I've showed that to you guys as of yet, but eventually that'll come on my channel. You guys can see what that vehicle looks like. But definitely saw this out there for quite some time and saw a great price on this vehicle and just thought it was a good time to pull the trigger on the Baja Rey. So before I go through the unboxing, let's just go through the box so you guys see what exactly it's all about. As they say, the 45 miles per hour, as everyone's always chasing those speeds. The realistic handling, which is more so dealing with the AVC full throttle freedom on this. And it's ready to run. They say ready to run, but it's still missing some things to actually make it fully ready to run, which is obviously the battery and the charger for the battery. We'll open the box, we'll see what else it comes with to kind of see how much ready to run it actually is. And then we have here on the other side, it's basically just telling you what's in the box. That includes the full range transmitter, AA batteries for the remote, and then it basically states exactly what I was stating before that you'll need. The rechargeable batteries for the truck and a charger for that. As you can see here on the back, nice little graphic, basically going through some of the quick specs of the vehicle, the battery, the shocks, the AVC, waterproof, as they like to say. I say water resistant. And then, talking more so about the stability of the vehicle in regards to AVC. As I said, this is a trophy truck, which means that it has a solid axle in the rear, independent front suspension. Really cool vehicle, and this is all trophy trucks or all independent front suspension with a solid rear axle. Very cool in how they look and how they act and how it kind of mimics one-to-one vehicle out there. So it's definitely one of those things. If you ever had the interest of looking at a solid rear axle with an independent front suspension, I would say now's the time, guys. Start looking at them a little bit more. They're very interesting vehicles. Definitely a lot more on the scale side in regards to the realism to a one-to-one vehicle. Once again, as I said, they like to talk about more about the AVC system. So what AVC system does, guys, it not only gives you control or assists you with control on your steering, but it also assists you with your throttle. Very cool systems, as I said, especially if you're starting out with the hobby or you're starting out with a brand new vehicle that you're not familiar with. It's just something that assists you with your driving. As you get better, you can dial it out. But it's definitely one of those things that I would say is beneficial for those new and unexperienced drivers out there. So just circling back to the front of the box, as I said, we're going to go through this. We're going to open the box up. We're going to see what's inside and basically run through this vehicle in this unboxing. All right, guys, so what you get in the box is these new Spectrum DX2E transmitters. And as I said in my previous video about this, is that, it's very plasticky, really cheap feeling. I mean, it does the job. 4 AA batteries is what it takes. You have the AVC trim over here on the side. There's no rubberization on the wheel. It's just plastic, which is the same on the previous DX2E transmitter. The only thing is that it had that nice rubberized grip that was on there, which it does not anymore. Now it's just that hard plastic all around. You have your steering trim, your throttle trims, your bind button on and off, and your reverse of your trims here. As I said, basic transmitter does the job, but that's pretty much it. What you also have in the box is that you'll get a nice detailed instructions. I really like Losi's instruction manuals on this. What you also get, guys, is the 4 AA batteries for the transmitter, bind plug, an optional pinion. So here we have it, guys. Here's the truck in all of its glory and its beauty. I went with the blue one. Just wanted to kind of shake things up for a little bit. Always see the red one out there. Has a functional tire in the rear. Definitely more of a short course truck. Suspension is nice and plush. What you have is a sidewall that's definitely, I guess, more low profile than the Rock Ray. But as I said, it's a short course truck so definitely you're going to have tires that definitely have a lower profile than the Rock Ray will have. A metal chassis on the bottom. Underneath, you have access to your motor going through over here. Your drive shaft in the rear is all plastic. Just to let you guys know that the couplings are metal, but the actual drive shaft itself is all plastic. As I said, solid rear axle in the rear. I'll bring up some close-up pictures of this guy so you guys get a better idea of what this looks like. A-arms feel nice, guys. They really do. It's all plastic, but definitely feel good. Your linkages in the front don't appear to be adjustable. Yeah, it does not seem to have any adjustment in the rear, in the front. Looking at the shocks, they are screw down. They are screw down shocks on here, but they are plastic. They are plastic shocks. Looks like a metal cap, but they are plastic shocks. This uses the EC3 connector. Definitely in a weird location for it. I don't run EC3 batteries, but I did buy the adapter to allow me to run my Deans on this, so I should be fine. There is the battery tray compartment here in the rear. And as I said, I'll bring up a close-up shot so you guys have a better idea of that. But this is the battery tray compartment here also. Next, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to take the roll cage off just so you guys can see what's underneath. But I'm liking this truck. It's set up really nice. A lot of plastic, though. I mean, we'll see how that goes in the first run. Maybe we need to firm things up with a little bit of metal, a little bit of aluminum in there. You guys tell me what you think. Those guys who actually have the Baja Rey already. And I know that this is very similar to the Axel Yeti Score. But let me know what you guys think about this vehicle and what hop-ups it's going to need moving forward. As I said, I like to run my vehicle stock for a little bit, and then as I see the need to kind of hop up certain parts on there, I do as I go along. But definitely hit me up on the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you own this vehicle, what you feel this vehicle just needs off the bat. But as I said, from what I see, it looks like it's going to be a very nice kit to own. I'm probably going to run this. Most likely, I'm going to run this all on 3S. I'm not even going to play with 2S on it. I think it needs 3S to kind of wake it up. It's definitely a heavy 10th scale vehicle. So you know what, guys, let's get this roll cage off. Let's see what's underneath so you guys get a better view of what's going on. All right, guys, so what we have here now is the Baja Rey with the roll cage removed. It took about 12 screws to remove the roll cage. Wasn't too terrible. Very straightforward as to where those screws are located. It's not that bad. I've definitely had other kits where it's a lot more involved in removing the screws. It's 12, but it's 12 easy, manageable, removable screws to get off of this kit. So what I want to do is go through the overview of what's in this vehicle. It's a 130 amp ESC, a 3800 kV motor. Also what we have here is the screw down body shocks. These bodies are plastic, they're not metal. The caps are metal on the shocks though. What I was stating into before was that the A-arms, pretty beefy, pretty thick, pretty beefy. And once again, just so you guys have a full understanding, this is a independent front suspension that you see here. And I'll show you the rear afterwards. The rear is a solid rear axle, which gives you more of a scale driving capability on this vehicle. Also too, there's about a, I'm gonna guess on this one, just trying to feel that compared to this. Looks like about a 2mm chassis brace that goes from the front to the rear. There is a Metal Gear servo along with CVDs in the front. There's also a front sway bar, and I'm pretty sure I saw a rear one too. Looks like there was a rear sway bar in there. Yep, here's the rear sway bar. The one thing that I did notice from other videos, and I'm going to reiterate this too, is that it looks like there's going to be a little bit of an issue, or not even an issue, but it is going to be quite some screws to be removed to get to that servo horn. This is very easy access to adjust your mesh on your motor, because the motor is right here. And I'll show you some close-up shots of this vehicle too. And what I was saying too before is that the trailing arms that are here, these are all plastic, along with the drive shaft. This is plastic too. Basically, there is no adjustments in the front, no adjustable links here in the front at all. Everything is pretty much straightforward, so there's nothing you're going to be able to do in regards to that unless you change those parts out. Just looking at the rear, the shock towers are also plastic. I don't know. We'll see how that goes in regards to if there's going to be any issues with it. Once again, upper linkages are also plastic. We'll see how that goes with it too. Just want to point out the battery tray here again. Now guys, what I also wanted to show you is just the underbody of the shell, just so you see what exactly that looks like too. So you get a clearer idea. Let's just move that over a little bit. You know, not bad, not a bad made trophy truck we have here. All of the body panels on here are separate molded pieces. There's a total of 4 pieces that make up this shell. You have the front, a whole middle piece that's over here, and 2 in the rear. Not a bad style here. Kind of reminds me of the Losi 5T a little bit. Losi 5T has a couple more pieces than this, but the design of them having the separate bodies, the separate shells, the separate shell pieces for it kind of does remind me of how they did the Losi 5T. Great truck, guys, very great truck. So I just want to wrap up here and show you guys with the body back on and just wrap up the video. So just in closing, guys, just wanted to let you guys get a quick overview of the Losi Baja Rey. Can't wait to get this thing out. As I said, this is my first trophy truck, and I'm really looking to see what this thing can do. As I said, my first impressions of this, great truck, nice, well-made vehicle. Would really like to see what this thing is going to do. I'm going to run it on 3S for my first run. I'll show you guys if I have any issues in reference to that battery tray and getting my 3S battery in there. Once again, guys, this is Ready Set RC. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram to see our latest updates to our channel. This is Ready Set RC, signing out. Thanks again, guys.